meeting. Today is Monday, March the 2nd, 2026. It is 6:32 p.m. Would you all please join me in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Councilmember Tall, would you lead us in prayer tonight?
Everyone bow their heads. Father God, we thank you for being able to come together tonight. We thank you for your continuous watch over Pocomoke City as a whole. Please guide us in our right mind, right hearts on tonight, and please continue to watch over us. Amen.
Amen. Moving forward to item number 2, approval of the minutes. Council, have you had time to review the minutes from our last meeting?
Make a motion, we approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Second. Hold on, did you watch it online?
I did.
Okay, go ahead.
I did.
I second it.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. All those in favor use the sound aye.
Aye.
Those that oppose, you have the same right. So moved. Thank you. Moving forward to item number 3, review and approval of the current bill list. Council, have you had time to review the current bill list? Is there any discussion? Seeing that there's not, I will entertain a motion, please.
Make a motion to pay the bills.
Second.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. All those in favor use the sound aye. Those that oppose, you have the same right. So moved. Thank you. Moving forward to item number 4, approval of sidewalk repairs on Walnut Street. Good evening.
Before you is the contract for,
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
before you is the contract for Cornish Concrete Construction to approve. There are 25 water pits that need to be repaired on this specific street. Now, this is just a first step project, but this will continue throughout each street. They will go through and notate which meter pits need to be refilled, but this is just a portion of just a meter. Go ahead.
Did bids go out for this?
For this one, we've had someone else come in, and it was extremely expensive and this is just the portion for, this isn't a full sidewalk.
So I'm not saying that the body wouldn't have supported this, but when bids come in, they need to come before the mayor and council for approval. The body needs to decide what's expensive and what's not. I get where you're coming from, and I understand that you're looking out for the well-being of the city, but if there are other bids, and typically there should always be more than one bid. We have dozens of contractors out here in this area that are doing the same exact thing, and honestly, one bid is unacceptable. I don't know how the council is going to vote tonight, but in my opinion, I would like to see other numbers.
Okay.
And this damage is resultant from what? What are we actually fixing?
So this is from the result of when we when we actually replaced the water meters. Yep. So this is what this is. And at normal circumstances, this would have been repaired by Public Works. But right now, we do not have the manpower to complete that project with Public Works, which is why we're going with an outside contractor.
And when did this damage occur?
So the water repair project happened, it started, I want to say, like September of 2023.
So from September of 2023, when this damage occurred, to today, which is March the 2nd of 2026, we've gone 3 years without action on this.
And this is over time of different streets being repaired, but that was the initial start of the water meter replacement.
And the other price you got, what was that, Brandy?
So the other one was a little
Ms.
over.
Matthews.
I'm sorry. The other one was a little over $14,000.
This was about half. Thank
So
you.
here's my thing. We have to be proactive. When they knew that they need, now, of course, this is a heavy fix, right? But in 2023, when it was just one or two of them,
yeah.
they should have been replaced. So I need you to make sure that this never happens
This again.
When would these people start, if we're able to approve this?
So, weather permitting, immediately.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any more discussion? Questions for Ms. Matthews? I'll now turn the floor to the council.
So you got two bids in total?
There are two.
Okay.
Yep, there are two.
All right, council, the floor is yours. If there is a motion, I'll entertain it.
I'd like to move forward with the project. We have two bids. This price seems to be half the price of the other one. I would have liked to have had a third. But in light that it's been 3 years since this damage occurred, I think it's time to move on it. I make a motion that we approve the bid as presented by Cornish Concrete and begin repair immediately.
I second it.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. All those in favor, use the sound aye.
Aye.
Those that oppose, you have the same right. So moved, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Matthews.
Thank you, Ms. Matthews.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had my items mixed up.
No.
Moving forward to item number 5, approval of the beautification committee time.
So the beautification committee, they're fine with the date, but they would like to change the start time from 6:30 to 6 o'clock.
Fine with me?
6 o'clock it is. Thank you.
Do we need a motion on that?
There's nothing in like concrete law that says, hey, you got to start cleaning at
Yeah.
6:30. Moving forward to item number 6, approval of event, the 5th annual Juneteenth celebration at the Sturgis One Room School Museum, June 20th, 2026.
Hello.
Good evening, Ms. Jones.
Okay. So I'm trying to get a early start this year on planning Juneteenth. We have more board members with us this year, so I'm actually doing a full committee. So we would like to request the same support that we normally ask for, which is blocking off Willow and Front Street. Majority of what we use Front Street for vendors that we have at the event. Willow Street is typically blocked off just for safety reasons. A couple of times when we didn't use Willow Street, cars would come through and then they would try to come through Front Street as well. So blocking off, and we don't block off the entire Willow Street. We block it off up to the point, I think it's an apartment house back there. Those individuals that live in there can be able to get in and out the street, as well as utilizing the tent if it's safe and available this year. The bounce house, which Kara has already responded to that, but if we can use the bounce house for the youth, the kids that come out, as well as support from Public City Works. They normally come out and help block the streets off, set up the bounce house, break down, and then we ask that anybody from the council that would like to come out and volunteer or say a few words, and as well as law enforcement to be present. I think that's all what we normally ask for. Yeah, that covers it.
Are there any questions for Ms. Jones?
No.
So she does need a motion for the approval of everything that she requested.
I make a motion to approve the 5th annual Juneteenth celebration at the Sturgis One Room School Museum on June 20th.
I'll second that. Look forward to it.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. All those in favor use the sound aye. Aye. Those that oppose, you have the same right. So moved. Thank you, Ms. Jones.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving forward to item number 7, comments from the audience.
Surprised to see me stand up on that. Good evening, I'm Mike Hall,
Good evening.
331 Winter Quarters Drive. Several weeks ago, I put in a written request under the Public Information Act to get a copy of the current budget. I went online, your page, and it's just a generic budget. There's no breakdown line item by line item. I also requested a copy of the 2024 PK audit. 2023 is on your website.
PKS?
PKS is what
Okay,
it is.
okay.
2023 is on your website, but I couldn't find 2024 because that gives you a lot of ideas on the things you should do. Anyway, I was told that I couldn't get it till after I was sworn in. So as a citizen, I'll let you know why I can't get it now.
So, Mr. Hall, the mayor and council, we don't handle any of that stuff. I don't see the request, that I know none of them see it either. Now, the budget, that's made, did you find the budget online?
I found a generic one, which is very generic. It don't give you a breakdown line item by line item.
So, Ms. Matthews, what's the difference between what he's asking for and what's online?
So what's online is a summary, which has always been historically posted by the city. The other one is a breakout line. When I say line by line, it's massive to put out on the website.
This is foreign to me.
Is it the public's right to see that? If they,
Yeah, I mean, that's
if they
not
request it?
an issue, but Mr. Hall, I believe, Ms. Stafford with the input PIA, she also has a certain amount of days to provide that request to you as well, which I believe she did let you know that.
I'm sorry?
When I spoke to you in the hallway, at
Yeah, you
the
said
last meeting,
the lawyer told you I couldn't get it until this morning. I believe you talking right.
it doesn't go, the 2024 audit, I said you can come in and get it whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay.
Come here, pick it up.
Right, I'm sorry.
Well, wait a minute, why isn't it online?
It just was never put online, but it's not listed on 23's is online. I actually posted that one myself online when I first came on, but the 2024 is not posted online.
Okay, and when will can we get 2024's just posted
Yeah,
online?
You can post it online, that's not your.
And when will we expect a presentation for 2025?
So they'll be done by they're working on the final numbers now for PKS now. So that one should be up soon.
Okay. Mr. Hall, does that get you straight?
Can I get a budget?
Andrew, is it a problem for him to have a breakdown, like line by line?
As long as it doesn't say like who makes what, like specific parts of, we can walk through it.
Yeah.
We'll get an answer to you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Because one of the line items in there, it says $700,000 under other. I don't think that's a budget to say other for 700 and some thousand. No, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Are there any more comments from the audience? All right. Moving forward to comments from our city manager.
Try not be before you long. Just go over a few bullet points. The budget for fiscal year 2027, departments will begin to meet over the next week to go over their budgets. And I will be sending a list out this week on tentative dates for the first budget work session. Just be mindful for the month of March also that because we have so many different commissions, we're going to have to pick and choose what dates and make those dates. We're going to have to work just based off of how many different meetings and commissions are meeting in the month of March.
Well, we meet on Monday nights.
So you're fine with Monday nights?
I would alternate it. When does the fair board meet, just in case we need to be
Theirs is
flexible
next Tuesday. So we would have the 9th would be the very first available meeting, will be March the 9th.
When?
March the 9th. So the very next one is March the 9th. It would
so
be.
you're talking about us jumping in the meeting next week?
Well, it's up to you. So you have March the 9th will be your first, and which is one of the very first things we need to go over.
So can you get the schedule out to us
Yes.
first?
Yeah.
If we don't meet then, the next Monday we have a meeting, so the following
Right.
Monday before
Yeah.
we have the meeting.
I mean, it's fine with me. Just get the schedule out to us.
Okay. The next thing is road work. Paving work for the SIP project will reconvene tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. And that has been posted on the city's website for an update to just let everyone know that they will be starting again.
Did you say paving?
Yeah, it's to fix the patchwork, the patchwork on Market Street.
Even if it's raining?
They said they were going to reconvene on tomorrow, so I guess it depends on if it's still raining.
When I got out of my car,
That was cold too.
Also, as an update, winter storm brush cleanup will be on Wednesday, March the 4th. And Public Works is asking that you leave any brush, any limbs as close as possible to the sidewalk, but not on the sidewalk. But they're going to try to make every effort to do a cleanup on Wednesday.
With the tree limbs?
With the tree limbs, yes. Because I know you guys probably saw coming from, is that Linden? The one house right there, that all occurred during the blizzard. So
I know my neighbor has some that's been sitting in his
yard.
for a
It's a
while.
lot
too.
on Cedar Street.
It's a lot on Cedar Street as well.
That come down from the, I mean, my neighbors isn't a whole lot, but it's been there.
So if you guys could, like in different areas that you know of, can you please let me know? If you could just email me like specific streets, that way I can at least have Public Works get
Make sure
those,
they hit those spots.
hit those
why
spots.
don't you utilize the city's website and the city Facebook for people, somebody create a Google form.
For requests.
And allow people to input it right online. They can upload pictures and everything, and it'll be far easier than just saying it in the council meeting.
Okay.
Good idea.
So upcoming meetings, and these are ones that have been actually scheduled. Tomorrow, I will be attending the Worcester County Commissioner meeting to present our 2027.
What time is it?
10 a.m. Budget asked. On tomorrow night at 6:30, March the 3rd, 2026, there is a planning and zoning meeting. And then the next upcoming mayor and council meeting is March the 16th. And like I said, these are confirmed, set in stone dates, not tentative dates. And just an update on the Public Works building, the updated plans to the Public Works building have been picked up and have been resubmitted to First State, and I'm just waiting on what that final review is going to be. The grant writer and events engagement coordinator, I will be contacting the applicants tomorrow and will update once their offers have been accepted. And I just kind of want to make a general comment about events in general. Go ahead.
That was for planning and zoning and what?
No, grant writer and
Grant
event
writer.
and
Okay.
events and engagement coordinator.
Okay.
Scott's gonna take that job in a couple weeks.
And this is just a general observation about events in general. It may just be beneficial just for everyone to review the community calendar, just as a comprehensive list of events scheduled in Pocomoke, just so it helps identify any overlapping events occurring on the same date and time that could be contributing to lower attendance figures. I have seen that there are a few that are happening on the same date, same time, and that can contribute to lower attendance. And we really would like for every event to be maximized, and that if there's any revenue, that you're receiving the amount of revenue that you're looking for. And just a thank you to Public Works on a job well done with the road cleanup and making sure the roads were passable during the emergency, during the blizzard. Also, would like to commend them for enduring the power outage and for responding to emergency services when it was needed, when the roads were impassable. That's all my comments.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Councilman Holland.
I got one thing for you. I keep hearing about the streets and sidewalks in town. It's always a hot topic. I know we've talked about it several times. Can we just say what the plans are for the roads and sidewalks?
Yes.
Because you see comments of one of the sidewalks about to be repaired, where they need to fix the streets.
Fix the roads first.
Yes.
I know we've talked about it,
Yes.
so can we just reiterate it again one more time, please?
So right now, the first phase, we're calling them phases, was to finish out winter quarters, this side of winter quarters. Then it's Moore, Bonneville, Young, well, not Young, Fifth. But then it's also a portion of the Heights. Once that is completed, then we will go into phase 2, which will finish out the Heights, and then we will need to add on to another phase. And we're hoping that the bids for that will be in by April so that they can be completed by June. The hope is to continue with those phases so we can continue phase 3, phase 4. My vision, and I'm hoping that the mayor and council's vision is the same, for this fiscal year to be for the residents of Pocomoke. Streets and sidewalks, a community center. I want to work for the residents of Pocomoke. So I'm hoping that is your vision as well.
And the sidewalks.
And the sidewalks.
Sidewalks had to be repaired before
yes.
we repave the streets.
And which is one of the reasons why I also, in that county letter, why I asked for the infrastructure restricted part to be specifically just for the streets and sidewalks and for the repairs.
And in the next, what was the next 2 years or 3 years?
Was it 3 years?
Is it 3 years that the plan is to have
For
all the streets
All the
repaired,
streets done.
All the streets done.
Well, now we're down to
2.
2 years.
And if we stay consistent with our county ask, that will get us closer to having those streets completed within that time frame.
Ms. Matthews?
Yes.
Can you explain to me the rationale for selecting those areas?
So winter quarters was selected because we had already started on Center Street. So that completes that whole section there. The Heights, everybody calls it the Heights. That is completely, all the underneath is completely done.
Lift stations.
Yep, lift stations, everything.
Water pipes.
Yep,
all of that.
everything is done.
Ready to go?
Ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Good.
The Heights is a good way to check something off.
Off,
the list.
yes.
Thank you, Ms. Matthews.
Yep.
That's what I wanted to hear. So basically, we're following the our water.
Not only that, we're actually following our capital improvement plan.
Yeah.
It actually, we had a set amount each year for a 5-year capital improvement plan, which was from 2023 to 2027. And completing those specific roads were actually in line with our capital improvement plan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Martin.
Thank you.
Moving forward to comments from City Council. Councilman Howland.
I would just like to piggyback on what City Manager Ms. Matthews said about thanking Public Works for the work they did through the snowstorm. And I guess just to kind of piggyback off what Mr. Mike Hall said about the PKS audit and the budget, it's just another thing like our bill process that we can do a better job of being transparent to the public, and there's steps that we need to take in place, and meetings need to occur, and I'm available whenever.
Thank you. Councilman Marshall.
Yeah, good news. We're looking for a little community engagement here on the 11th day of April for a community-wide cleanup that we've got some momentum behind. So far, we've got I think 5 different groups, churches and civic organizations that are going to lend a hand with that. And I look forward to working with the beautification committee to make this thing happen. The Public Works is going to lend a little bit of aid in this thing too. So looking forward to banding with the community to clean up a little bit. On that note, I was riding today through town, returning chainsaws and stuff from chopping trees. And I started counting the number of houses that are set and vacant, I call it blight, if you will. And we seem to have a very centralized area where that is occurring, and it's a common theme there. These houses are big, these houses are large, these houses are going to be hard to sell as single-family homes, and all of them at one point were rentals that have sat idle for about 6 months. So I'm going to encourage us to take a hard look at that reverter thing that we've got, and maybe be able to get some residents in some of those places before we as a city have to spend the money to tear them down. So I know that goes against our single family initiative, but I do believe it's the best use of our resources. And thank you.
Councilwoman Tall. I don't know what I call it. Council Woo.
Please. Just really quickly, I wanted to give thanks to the One Room Sturgis Schoolhouse and Kim Jones for allowing me to always host for their Black History Month open mic yearly. It's always nice to come together and support. I've seen a lot of my fellow council members and colleagues here there to support, so it's always good. I just wanted to say also that during our little blizzard, it was great to see that we didn't have to struggle with so much cleaning up the snow, and that's one thing I hate, a bunch of snow. So seeing that our public works people were out and on the job, it was really good to see, and that's about it.
Thank you. Councilwoman Downing.
No comment.
Councilwoman Cotton.
I don't have any comments either.
Thank you. Moving forward to comments from the mayor. Well, I guess I do have some. I want to bounce back to what CL was saying. We talk about this at least twice a year. We talk about it in the first 6 months, and then we talk about it in the last 6 months. And I'm just going to ask y'all, what are y'all waiting on? Change it. Change it. It is ridiculous when we talk about after 6 months, a house returns back to its original state. That's crazy. This is why I always tell Melinda about our minutes. I want to see what their rationale was when they made that decision all those many years ago. It needs to be changed. And honestly, it's not even on y'all because you all have made it clear that you want to change it. I'm faulting staff because staff should have been brought something to a work session. And Ms. Matthews, you know I said this to you last week. It needs to be brought to a work session. The mayor and council can shuffle through what they don't want. They can shuffle through what it needs to say, but us not doing something about it when it's a hot button issue is crazy to me. We have different departments. We need all the departments to step in and do what they need to do. There are a lot of things procedurally that I am not happy with right now. There are things that should be on the website that are not on the website. We know when the mayor and council meeting is. Guess what? It's the first and third Monday of each month. Why isn't it posted that we're having a council meeting on the first and third Monday of each month? We should never have to worry about advertising for a mayor and council meeting unless there is a holiday. Then it changes. We know that our beautification committee is meeting on a certain day of the week once a month. We know that planning and zoning is doing this. These are simple things that we can avoid without having a whole bunch of hassle. The mayor and council, we should be getting these minutes for council meetings far before when we get them. I'm sorry, but if I receive something on Friday, I've worked all week long and earned every dollar of what I've earned. Friday night, I want to go out and have a nice dinner. And then Saturday, I've got something to do. And then Sunday, I'm in church most of the day. Then I'm unwinding to get ready for work. But I have to remember within those 3 days that I need to read minutes for a mayor and council meeting. It's not like we're meeting every day. We're meeting once every 2 weeks. It's too much stuff that gets lost in the shuffle in City Hall. And guess what? I say it all the time. People come to us and say, hey, you know, that was just like, I had to sign something sign off on something for somebody's property, only for me to find out that Melinda and Andrew had it since the 13th. And then the people are calling me saying, well, you were supposed to sign it, and I had just talked to Melinda. I had only just talked to her that day. So what they look at is they're saying, oh, well, the mayor's not being proactive. Oh, well, the city council's not being proactive. And the reality is we're just finding out. I'm not trying to fuss. I'm just saying, y'all, let's do better. And maybe it has to start with us, but we've got to start at some place.
The bigger problem with the reverter clause is sometimes it's not just subject to houses. I mean, it's been businesses that have tried to go back to single homes. It's just never realistic.
Right.
So
and
it
think
needs to be
about
addressed.
the property that's across the street from Charnel's house, right? It caught on fire. Do you honestly believe that within 6 months, after the insurance and after all of those things are assessed and everything like that, do you honestly believe that they're able to accomplish and get someone moved in, paying rent and all of that within 6 months?
I don't think it's still.
And with the vacant houses, you two know how many houses there were and how many houses were burned down and thankfully, with thanks to our fire department, it saved us a great chunk of time than the other route. But we've been haggling along on it, and we've made great progress. I hate to just see it all go to waste.
Time, it ain't as bad as it used to be.
No, yeah.
It ain't as bad as it used to be, especially when you look in places like over there on Bishop Isaac Jenkins and places. There was a time where all of that was abandoned. It's only a couple houses back there now that are still abandoned. But we need to show people that we are truly open for economic development, that we're open for businesses, and that we're open for new residents.
I think we made great strides there. I think we need to complete what we started.
And it's hard. It's hard not having someone. It's hard having G&B be our planning and zone director. It's hard. But maybe it's time for the mayor and council and the city manager to come back to the table and truly do an assessment of our department. Smith Matthews, I hope going into the budget season that you bring recommendations to us on how we can move certain people and what places we can move certain people.
Because there definitely needs to be, I believe some could actually benefit for moving in another direction for reorganization. Just based off of their skills set, I do believe that there could be a reorganization.
And I also like to say, and this may come across as a little petty, but I appreciate whomever shared our last council meeting with state officials because they heard everything that I said. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I meant what I said and I was able to double down on it. There are a lot of bills in the House and in the Senate that we really need to be watching. House Bill 1142, the state wants to, the Ways and Means Committee chair has proposed that the state creates an exploratory committee to look at municipal and county revenues that we get from the state, and basically that we need some more money. So I hope that you all will, when it goes to the Senate, I did testify while it's in the House. If it gets a favorable report and it moves to the Senate, I hope to have every last one of y'all submit testimony, because our costs are increasing. Just the cost of fixing the infrastructure is increasing. And because of that, we're still only generating most of our 40% of most municipalities' revenue is generated off of property taxes. And that we've got to make sure that that changes. Pocomoke's going to go in the ground. Snow Hill, everybody is going to go in the ground. So hopefully the state will look at how they're divvying out the money. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to shut up. And if you want to come and get me, you can come and get me. But we look at all of the things that places like Baltimore City are afforded. And we look at all the money that they get down throughout the years, and then they're able to buy armored vehicles and all of that kind of stuff. When we're still trying to figure out how to get our roads paved and how to make our town look beautiful. So hopefully House Bill 1142 will create more continuity, and we will see that money starts to trickle into small municipalities. CL and myself had a meeting last week with Warwick Community College, something that we've never done in Pocomoke, something that's not really being done on the Eastern Shore. Our plan with them is to bring them for job trainings. So basically they're going to, free of charge, as long as we can provide a facility, they're going to offer CDL classes, classes in masonry, CNA, GNA. It looks very, very promising. CL is going to, he's going to push the needle a little bit more, and he's going to reach out to some of our local businesses and get their people trained. And CL, what we're trying to do is we are trying to create an employment pipeline so that once they receive this training, we'll be in a place with our partners to help these people find jobs. That is going to be the key to cleaning up these streets and making our town prosper, helping people find jobs. There are so many excuses out there about why people can't work. So if we help provide them with the skills, they'll have no reason.
I thought that was a pretty good meeting we had.
What'd you say?
That was a good meeting.
It was fantastic. All right, so I am done with my comments for tonight. Thank you all so much for coming. We are actually going into closed session tonight, so we are not going to adjourn. So I'm going to ask you to kindly to give us a moment I don't think we'll be here too long tonight. Well, I'm not. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
All right, thank you guys. Y'all have a good
Thank you.
See you guys.
Yep. See y'all. Y'all be safe.